Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit here back again with Psycho-Pass. We're on season 2 now. So yeah, end of season 1, Makishima's dead. Kogami killed him in murderous fashion, outside of the Public Safety Bureau, outside of the system. So now he's kind of rogue. He's gone off on his own. He's living in a trailer somewhere. We don't know where. Akane has carried on with the Public Safety Bureau, and I think the biggest thing is, where does the series go from here? And those of you that watch my discussions probably know that, you know, I think that the best course of action would be to put up a fight against Sybil itself, and somehow get rid of that system without destroying the integrity of society that's, you know, kind of been built around that system. So hopefully that is kind of where they go, because I don't think there is much use in... I think you can have your sort of your secondary antagonists that kind of, you know, move the characters along with doing their job. Obviously, you know, they're detectives and inspectors at the end of the day, so, you know, I think you've got to have, like, you know, it's kind of like this crime going on whilst the bigger picture is Sybil. In some cases you can argue that that was kind of what it was with the first season, but I think Makishima was just so, like, bigger than life in terms of, like, a villain. I think as an antagonist, the only thing you can, you know, replace him with as an antagonist is Sybil. So we'll see what happens. But you know, as of right now, there's not many characters to go on anymore. There is Akane, Ginoza, Yayoi still there, and Miga, right? The new kid. But yeah, the only, I mean, we don't know if we'll see Kogami. He's still out there somewhere, so it's possible. The question is what Akane will do once, like, if they meet. We don't know. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else to really talk about. We're just going to get into the start of season 2, see what we get. So without further ado, let's go. Advertisements for Psycho-Pass. Oh my god, rigged explosives! The people in the proximity of that blast seemed alright. Alright. Damn, they can go that in. Fuck. Okay. Get the enforcers out. Alright, got some new guys in here. Dominators. It's cool every time. I love the Dominator. Alright, will the openings live up? Oh yeah, I shouldn't be looking at this, should I? Fuck. I forgot. Someone said not to watch this. Yeah, decent opening. The Scales of Justice. I wasn't supposed to watch that. I watched, like, maybe half. Fuck.
それは通常業務内での話だ。
口を挟まないで、執行官。
Alright, bit harsh.
テロを計画した時点でサイコパスが悪化するはず。つまり何らかの手段で自分の色相をクリアに保ち続けた。しかし時間が惜しい。2係突入。待ってください。今回の連続爆破事件による死傷者はゼロ。犯人はあえて一般人の被害を抑えたとしか考えられない、そしてもう一つは自分を追跡する公安の存在。それって
So they're planning on
犯人は私たちを挑発し待ち伏せている可能性が高い。
to take out the PSB instead then. Oh my god, look at that! Such a sophisticated device. They just left him there? It's driving itself. The hell?
大丈夫監視官。ありがとう。
Oh shit, he's rigged fucking the machines as well. It's like what happened in season 1. Is this on? They're all just...
東金さんと日中さんは犯人の追跡を。ここは私が対処します。執行官を盾にすればいいのに。執行モードデストロイデコンポーザー。対象を完全排除します。
What will that do to the bombs? It's cool as fuck. Damn! That looked awesome.
犯人を追うわ。急いで。心配してあげたのに。
Hello everyone, just a reminder that if you go into the link in the description below and go to my Patreon and get the early access tier for $5 a month, you can gain access to 4 episodes of Psycho Pass every single week. That is 2 on Tuesday, 2 on Saturday, and you get them a week early as well. So if you're coming for more Psycho Pass reactions from me more frequently, again, send the link in the description of my Patreon and it's the early access tier for $5 a month. On with the video.
現在犯人は国道20号線を新宿方面に逃走中。下月監視官は執行官とともに近隣住民の避難を。それって私のサイコパスが濁ることを心配してくれてるんですか？見くびらないでください。私だってもう1年半も監視官を続けてるんですよ。2係止水です。状況に変化が。犯人が人質の女性を解放した模様です。このタイミングで私も不自然に思う。
Maybe she wasn't a hostage at all. Maybe it was just to act like she was a hostage and...
開けてびっくりね。そんな人は存在しません。ホログラム？人質が？これはおそらく罠。
Okay.
葉の過去と犯行声明、倉庫での行動から導き出される結論。彼は社会への報復をなそうとしているんです。公安への攻撃によって彼女を追いかけた先に待っているのは爆弾です。
Oh shit. Yeah, not getting away from this, mate. Unless he's got bombs on himself. Yep, of course he does. Fuck. He doesn't want it. Woo.
まだ間に合う。
She's changing stuff.
299。
常森のやつ。
それって。
行くぞ。
撃たないわ。今撃てばこの銃はあなたを殺してしまうから。木野田君、何をしているの？私たちの目的は犯人の排除のはず。
常森は可能性にかけようとしている。
Oh,
木野田さん、
I'm gonna have to talk
隣
about
のビル
that.
に2係の執行官が。
分かった。
信じられない。これが監視官の取る行動なの？
理解を超えたものから目をそらして否定するだけじゃいつか後悔することになる。大人になる近道だぞ、お嬢さん。
She has acted a bit like a child. If Akane shows them that it's that the PSB not like aren't just pawns or like
社会が必ず正しいわけじゃない。間違いを正したいというあなたの心も、あなたの能力も、この社会には必要なものよ。あなたの正義は尊いものだから。
心がある限り、一人の人間だ。何ちんたらやってるんだか。
Oh.
銃を下ろして。
Damn.
執行します。執行対象の犯罪係数が下がるなんてイレギュラー中のイレギュラーなのにシビラはそう判断したんですよ。なのに
If she doesn't change quick, I'm gonna start to dislike her.
今後のためにもそう判断しただけよ。
Like this Akane, this is good.
あなたは間違っています。
I'm gonna hate her. I'm gonna hate her. I'm gonna fucking hate her. I can see it. What's this?
偽りであって存在に対する無ではない。
Who's this? Alright, All Might. What was that? WC? Okay, episode 1 of season 2. Oh god, now I'm intrigued. I don't know what... if that could be a good antagonist. Like, I don't... because I'm not entirely sure how it works. He said a hologram doesn't negate its existence. So so what? He was created then? He didn't get her to let go of the gun, so it wasn't like he's a part of Sybil, right? They can just change the... Although, did he? Yeah, because if that guy was an enforcer, it wouldn't have gone over in like over 300, right? Unless he was just... unless he just went crazy because he saw what just happened. I don't know. That might be a bit tough. I feel like if it... I don't know. I feel like if he... No, I feel like he can't be part of Sybil. Because if, like... because I feel like it would have, like, you know, like, glitched out like it had done in Season 1. So he'll not be a part of Sybil. I think that guy's psychopath must have just been above... or crime coefficient must have been just above, like, 300 then. Was that ever specified? Like, you can only become an enforcer if your crime coefficient is like below 300 and it only paralyzes you. Because I feel like every enforcer has been in that area. They're not above in the lethal territory, right? I guess it doesn't stop enforcers from going over that mark. I'm just guessing that that's what must have been the case. Like, I'm just wondering whether he had. Because I'm just thinking, like, they wouldn't allow somebody who the system determines to need, like, a lethal shot to be an enforcer, right? So I'm guessing just because of what he just witnessed happen to his inspector, that's what took him over the top. So we've got a sort of a medicine or like a drug, something you can take to keep your psychopaths down, keep your hue clear, which is Lacuse. I'm wondering if that'll probably play a part. In the overarching story. Akira Kitazawa was the guy who was responsible for a few bomb attacks, and the goal was to take out the PSB only. I thought that when the bomb went off and how like nobody seemingly was caught up in the blast, that it was a bit strange. But yeah, that, you know, I think that is something I like, that approach. And it like, because, you know, Akane saw it immediately. The fact that he's not killing civilians because he doesn't want to. He just wants to do the noble thing of what he, because what he sees Akira, what Akira sees, Akane realizes, like because she actually knows. So yeah, that was cool. We've got two new enforcers along with the squad. We've got Togane, which is the sort of badass guy. And I made a mistake. I completely fucking whiffed. Somebody told me that when it came to season 2 to not pay attention to the opening, and halfway through it I fucking remembered it. And I think I may have spoiled myself. In particular on Togane. Togane is the one with the long black hair, right? I think Hinakawa. Is it Hinakawa or is it Hikagawa? Hinakawa. I think it's the red-haired one who's like who seems like a newbie, like this is his first time out kind of thing. He's a bit hesitant to do shit. Yeah, I think I may have spoiled myself. In the opening, there is a it shows Togane, and it purposefully like splits him down the middle, and on one half it's like it goes black in his silhouette and it has a red eye, which, yeah, I may have spoiled myself, and now I feel like now I'm going to be looking at everything Togane does now. Yeah. I think it would be easy for me to say, like, you know, knowing what I saw in the opening, that like his actions even in this episode are weird for somebody who's new to the job. Like, he's very he seems like very by the book. He seems very badass, like he's done this for a long time. And it makes you think that maybe he has something to he has a plan for something. But, you know, like, I'm not going to sit here and say that if I hadn't looked at the opening, that's the thing I got out of looking at Togane this episode. I'm not going to lie and say that, because, you know, I probably wouldn't. You know, I think, yeah, I think I may have spoiled myself on that. So now, yeah, I apologize for anyone if that is something that turns out to be like a big twist in the story. It's like, Togane, no, what are you doing? I may have fucked myself there, but I guess now that I know, I mean, I've got to fucking theorize on everything now. I'm guessing because of the thing that Togane said at the end there, with Akira basically backing up what Akane said and saying that you are a human being of this society. I'm guessing Togane might try to take measures into his own hands to fuck over Sybil, possibly, from the inside. But he might do things that would end up considering him like a bad guy, possibly. We'll have to see. So yeah. How sophisticated was that bomb? You know, the one with the fucking, with the lamp, with the fucking, the floating, I don't know what they were, fish or something in them. they're like lava lamps, but with other shit in it. Like, as soon as it lowers to a certain point, how can you sit there and figure that shit out? Like, by the time this goes out, you can't gauge that, can you? You can't gauge when things are going to be up and down, because everything changes with the momentum and shift, and depending on how many. Because there was a lot of fucking like objects. I don't know what they are, they're fish or whatever the fuck. There was a lot of objects in there floating around. All it takes is for one thing to hit another thing, and then the timing would be all off. You would risk killing yourself for that shit. What? It's not even like an actual timer, like, right, the PSP are going to be here on this. It's not like a tripwire. Like, you know, it's not remote controlled bomb. Like, how do you even... That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Like, I call bullshit on that thing. I call ultimate bullshit on it. And if it's something like... They're not going to explain it, because why would they explain it now? But, like, you know... I can imagine, like, in anime terms, like, when they go real overboard and they're like, yeah, well, you know, the air pressure in the room rised because 3 people entered the room, which caused the items in the lamp thing to descend and then hit the... No, bullshit. It's not happening. It was funny, though. A year and a half has passed since season 1. Yeah, that was a question that I did I ask? I can't even remember if I did during the reaction, but it was something that I was going to ask as how long had passed. If it started taking place like pretty much right after or not, but yeah, it's been a year and a half, so okay. I wonder what Kagami's been up to this whole time then. Don't know. So I liked, yeah, I really like Akane's mindset right now. I like the, you know, because it carries on everything from season 1, but sort of like, she is so confident now in the fact that Sybil won't do anything to her because she is like something special, and Sybil actually still wants that, so they can't do anything to her, and yeah, Akane knows that. So basically Akane holds a lot of cards in her hand. Like, she literally has the power to call whether or not somebody should be killed or not, which is great. Like, that's perfect. Especially considering she obviously knows that you can't just get rid of Sybil without something else in place. It would just entirely devolve society into chaos, because, you know, nobody in this society would be able to handle it. So I like her mindset right now, basically because it was on the verge of 300. Spartans! This is madness. I'm getting off track. Because it was on the verge of 300, she felt like it was able to come back down. I think she saw that because of the fact that he doesn't want to kill humans, and that sort of helps. I think that gives him an option to it gave her the idea that it could possibly drop back below. So I like that whole thing. The openings and endings are still good. I will find it hard for it to beat the second opening in like season 1, but yeah, still good. So that's awesome. And yeah, finally Mika. Right now, depending on how far they go with this, yeah, I am going to dislike her. I am going to really fucking hate her. She has a fucking clear superiority complex against enforcers. She clearly looks down on them. You know, this is going to be like Ganoza in season 1, but way worse. I can already see it. At least Ganoza had like, you know, Ganoza was like childish a lot in season 1. But at least with like Kogami, he respected his opinion because he was once his partner. One of them was his dad. You know, and I think, you know, while he was childish at some parts, you know what I mean, I think, you know, deep down inside, he actually understood. Whereas with Mika, she is like a literal child. Like, I feel like she doesn't understand. I feel she's everything in a character that I do not want. Somebody who completely follows Sybil by the book and you know, Sybil's right. This is how we should live. She is everything that I fucking would despise in a character in this show. Depending on how far they go with her, she could be my most hated character in this show. She could be well up there. Fuck. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, that was episode 1. Very interesting. We'll see where this goes. You know, of course, my whole thing was I think the big evil should really be Sybil, because I don't know what else you could do. It seems though that there is something new being introduced here that never crossed my mind. I was never talked about in season 1. It seems like almost like new technology, like the fact what you can create like a hologram into a real living thing, some AI that's maybe taught itself or something like that. Clearly Akira was in on it. He knows what it's about. So if they can bring him in, I'm guessing they're going to have to talk to him and find out information from him, and that's where we'll get most of the backstory revolving around that hologram and whatever, and how that works. Unless it's the other way around, in which case the hologram's the one maybe that maybe the hologram itself actually manipulated Akira into doing stuff. It's possible. But yeah, that is all for episode 1 of season 2. So thank you everyone for watching. In the description below I have links to certain things. One of them is the Discord. I urge everyone to go over there, especially if you want me to react to a certain show, because that's where polls and things start. Once Psycho Pass is done, there will be another poll. So yeah, stay tuned for that when that eventually happens. It might be a while yet, but yeah, stay tuned for that. Also, if you just want to come over and talk to me, community, you're free to do that as well. And Patreon. So I do have a Patreon. So if you do want to come over and support me, that would be very much appreciated. There's a bunch of different tiers and rewards depending on how much you want to support me with. So $5 a month, that is the early access. For that, you get access to all of the shows I do a week early. And for Psycho Pass and Code Geass, you actually get 4 episodes a week. So yeah, if you're clamoring for more reactions from me more frequently, that's what you want. $10, that is the full length. So for that, you get unedited reactions to all the shows I do. Everything I react to gets a full length. $15 a month, that's the exclusive tier. So for that, you gain access to a bonus show, which I'm currently reacting to, which will be Mob Psycho 100 right now. So if you want me to see me react to that, then make sure you go over and become an exclusive tier patron. Also, all OVA reactions and all movie reactions go into the exclusive tier as well. $50, that is the elite tier. So every time you pay $50, you get a choice of a show that you want me to react to, and I will react to it. It will go to the back of the list behind about 7 or 8 shows. It might take me a while to get round to them. I mean, I say it might take it will take a while. Unless you want to jump the queue and go at the very front, in which case you want to get God tier, which is $100. And that means that your show will be reacted to next. But that is all. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.